Poor Adia, heart wailing as she left, surrounded by people trying to chat, giving her a headache. Luckily, the train showed up just in time, and she hurriedly pulled Lon off, but a few steps in, Adia sensed something was. She halted, her face turning frosty, recalling those fingerprints from earlier, and suddenly, Adia whirled around. The train zoomed by, and Adia darted forward to chase it like it was a race. She finally made it in front of the train, only to realize, as she flailed her arms, it took a turn in a totally different direction. Adia displayed a face of defeat, seeming powerless against this disaster. The next morning, news reported the accident, leaving Lona chilled as she recognized faces in the tragedy. Everyone finally got the picture. Turns out Adia is the famous Prime Minister Guru. They strolled by the mirror-like lake under the sun, chatting and laughing. Lona suddenly reached out, hoping Adia could sprinkle some magic on her fate. Adia didn't refuse, covering everything from love to career. Adia dropped a fairy tale description of the future, but when reality came up, Lona quietly turned away. "You're dreaming now. Just make your way to the hospital. No need for me to play hero." Adia's words brought tears to Lona's eyes, then bam. A bright flash of red, like fireworks exploding. Adia looked up to see Lona passed out, rushing to the hospital, and the sight of Lona unconscious in the rescue room was a gut-wrenching sight. Her heart felt like it was stabbed, and after what seemed like ages, Lona's uncle stepped out of the rescue room. Uncle informed her that Lona had a rare cancer, and there was no cure, 3 months at best. Adia, her predictions were never wrong. She pushed open the rescue room door and quietly took a seat by Lona's bed. She leaned in and told Lona, "Your legendary fate has never been wrong. You'll always have life." This instantly ticked off Lona's uncle a disrespect to her medical skill and the spark of pointless hope. Adia was booted, but Uncle didn't realize Lona was craving a little hope, the warm kind. At night, while reflecting on Adia's words, Lona, using Uncle's name, started calling hospitals left and right. Seeing Lona bought Adia's claims, the science-loving uncle was determined not to let his kid get fooled, planning a test to expose Adia's fibs. He gathered fingerprints from 4 deceased and his own. What a perfect combo. When they met, he laid it out for Adia. Adia maintained her cool, inspecting the prints one by one, smashing the dean's little test with her first words, even identifying the age and identity of the 4. Shock swept over the crowd, and the dean's confidence began to crumble, the bell ringing loudly in the silence. The dean was so astonished that he was rendered speechless. After a long period of silence, he finally grasped Adia's hands, yet she just patted the back of his hand in comfort. Upon hearing the news, Lona's mood lifted instantly. She and Adia lay on the vast undulating ice surface. Feelings of a crazy confession made her feel like she was dancing in a sparkling gown, dwelling with 100 people. Whereas nowhere to be found. Lona resolutely decided to confess to Adia. So that day, she went to Adia's home and met her mom. As she lay in bed, she spotted a diary filled with their memories, but didn't have time to take a proper look. When Adia walked in and saw the diary moved around, she paused, then smiled. She swiftly tucked the diary into her pocket. After dinner, the two sat outside under the moonlight. Adia put her jacket on Lona. Seeing her dance, she looked a bit off, as if pushed by an invisible force. As Lona was about to confess, Adia cut in, "I'm coming back from where I left off. I'll be right there for you, Adia. I simply can't stay without you. I don't have a love line in my hand, but once I arrived home, I couldn't help but think." Furious, Lona flung the jacket down and sat helplessly in the bathtub, staring up at the full moon. "If I knew from the start it wouldn't amount to anything, why did I rope myself in?" She couldn't wrap her head around it until the next day she stumbled upon the diary again and read its latest entries, while Adia went to visit her teacher. The teacher noticed something off with Adia, grasping her hand, only to be startled wide-eyed in the next moment as tears streamed down. Choked up, Lona was filled with confusion, unable to utter a word, finally realizing the whole truth. The destined truth hit Adia can't love, because when someone truly loves, one must pay the price of life. Adia had long foreseen everything through the prints Lona left on the wall, and the earlier prophecies. Just a big fat lie. Her confidence in living was merely a plan to sacrifice herself to buy a little more time for her. Family surrounded happily, and Uncle excitedly announced to Lona that a hospital had found a way to treat the cancer. This struck like a thunderclap, her head buzzing, meaning the death knell had now pointed at Adia. Before leaving, Adia approached Lana with a request, just as she had dreamed before. Adia wanted to dance one last dance with her on the stage with 100 dancers, and Lana's eyes glimmered with emotion. She quietly gazed at the silly man as the music soared. Lana, wearing a flowing white dress, stepped onto the red carpet, walking slowly towards the man who had been waiting. The 100 dancers quietly dispersed apart. Adia stepped back, bent, extended her right hand. Lana grasped it, eyes locked affectionately. Curious about what happens next? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.